What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest channel and podcast. And if you have not subscribed yet, please do go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you are listening / watching this on YouTube, please just go ahead and hit that like button. It's like walking into the room without turning on the light switch. You want to just go ahead and brighten up the place. And let's just go ahead and get into this conversation / reality chat. All right. I was listening to one of my favorite vloggers on YouTube, Funky Dineva, also Quentin Latham, who is on TGIF on Fox Soul Network, as well as, for many, many years on his own platform, his own YouTube channel called Funky Dineva. And he did an interview with Dr. Contessa Metcalfe of the show Married to Medicine. And I like Dr. Contessa. I've been watching the show from the very first season, and she came on, I want to say about season 4, and it was really a great interview. I definitely recommend you watch it. I will put a link to it in the description box. But I wanted to just talk about something that she said in the interview and just get your thoughts on it. She shared a lot because if you did watch last season of Married to Medicine, we saw that she went through some things in her marriage with her husband. And look, anyone that's been married for longer than a day, you're going to have some issues and conflicts because you are two totally different people. So you couple that with children, careers, being married for a long time, and then being on a reality show for several years, it's quite possible you are going to see some things, that will come to light. And it was definitely a bit uncomfortable watching some of the things that happened last season. I became someone that was not a fan of Scott after last season because of how I felt like he was being vague about some things. Do you have a girlfriend? Do you not have a girlfriend? And Dr. Contessa, seeing her as being this strong, very statuesque, but not just because of her height, but very intelligent doctor and woman who's a mother, and like she said in an interview, had a number of other different business ventures that she works on that the show chooses not to showcase for whatever reason, but you know how that is with editing. I had, just different thoughts like, oh my God, this is so uncomfortable to watch this happening. And then on the reunion of the last season, we saw that Quad, as we know she likes to get in other people's business, she made the announcement that Dr. Contessa and Dr. Scott were separating, that she had filed for separation. And when I saw that then, I was like, who gave her the right to even make that statement? But I didn't see Dr. Contessa check her. But of course, it's possible it could have happened and it just didn't air it. But I don't know. I didn't see it happen. But it was uncomfortable to see. So to hear her discuss these things on the show, because this current season, which now the third part of the reunion will be airing this upcoming weekend, we will get to see the men speaking and those different things like that. But Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Contessa, they got into it this season because Dr. Contessa felt a certain type of way about Dr. Heavenly discussing her relationship and things about her personal life on her YouTube channel. She didn't like it. And Funky Dineva asked Dr. Contessa a question that I was like, was she throwing shade? Was she being serious? Like, I'm just going to play this portion and then I'm going to just continue with my commentary and then get your thoughts.
Ask this one question and we're going to move on from heaven and kind of wrap this thing up. Why do you think Heavenly does it, and what do you think she gets out of it?
My undergrad degree is in psychology. And truth be told, prefaces by saying, no arrogance, bless you, no arrogance from saying, for some people, this popularity thing is relatively new. And they'll do anything they can to keep it. And honestly, not from an arrogant standpoint, I've been popular my whole life, right? Homecoming queen in high school and college. Always been a girl's girl. I love friends. I'm a vault. I got you. I love it. I got big groups. that I hang out with. I'm a Delta, so I'm a girl's girl. For some people, though, if they are popular, they gonna do anything to endear themselves and keep that popularity going. And that's what I think, honestly. And I think actually she has a gift. She has a gift of gab, and I don't want her to stop her social. I do think, though, there is a way to have a friend, because, for instance, think about Anderson Cooper. You don't never hear nothing about his friends, right? Andy Cohen. You don't hear nothing about his friends. Oprah, her and Gail. You don't know. They both are national platforms. But they not on there talking about, let me tell you what happened with Gail. Oh my God, this is what Oprah and Stan been going through. It's just a level of do it to everybody else, or be honest about the fact that those aren't my friends. Those are just my coworkers, and I'm capitalizing off of anything that people maybe want to hear, because the people are thirsty for knowledge and for inside scoop, for National Enquirer, whatever it is. And the more salacious, the more exciting, the better, and the more clicks and likes you get. I don't mind being clickbait. I don't need the money. I'm good. I'm fine with that, because I got to go and see these patients. So I'm fine. And that's what I keep doing. But don't be disauthentic to me and then say, I just want to talk to you. Let's go to lunch. Let's go on a trip because I like you and I like hanging out with you. But then you go and to everybody else and say something opposite.
I think that's fair.
All right. So I don't know if you caught what I caught, but listen, she has the right to her thoughts and views and opinions, just like Dr. Heavenly has the right to her thoughts and views and opinions as well. But what I caught from that is that Dr. Heavenly is getting a high from the YouTube views that she has, the subscriber count that's growing, people really clamoring for her voice and her opinions on other people, and not just the people on the show with her, but other people, because she also interviews other people. She talks about other shows. She talks about other people. She's not just sitting there and talking about her co-workers on Married to Medicine. And like Dr. Contessa said, like, okay, I guess we weren't really friends. We were just co-workers. And if that's what it is, I'm cool with that. But just be honest with me and let me know. Don't act like you're my friend and then you are tearing me down or blasting me or sharing your personal opinion about my marriage with your viewers, because people like to get the tea, the gossip, the more salacious, like she said, the better. And that is true. I mean, pretty much those types of videos and content and podcasts, they get a lot of views. I mean, reality shows, they get a lot of views, depending on the reality show, of course, but they get a lot of views for a reason, because a lot of them are like a car accident or a train wreck. It's like you can't help but look at it. It may not be a good thing to look at for, most of them, but it's hard not to look. And so you're going to have your thoughts and opinions about it. So what I felt like she was saying there was that I was the cool girl in school. I was popular. I had a lot of friends. She said, she was homecoming queen in high school and in college. And we've seen, I don't think she was throwing shade per se, but I believe that she was just trying to be honest. And like she said, I'm not trying to be a mean girl, but I'm just being honest based on the facts of my life and what has been portrayed that she has shown us about herself. And Dr. Heavenly doesn't really share a whole lot about her personal life. She really doesn't. And the little things that she has shared, it was almost like she was a bit embarrassed about it. Because when she went to her hometown in a few seasons back, and they went to the house that she grew up in, she shared with Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone that she went to school and she came home. She pretty much stayed in her room the whole time. She didn't go outside and play with friends. She wasn't, she wasn't popular and things like that. So I don't think Dr. Simone is lying. And Dr. Heavenly does have the gift of gab. It's not something that she probably knew when she was a child, because it was more than likely suppressed by parents and familial situations that made her feel small, or people probably told her to be quiet, shut up, stay in a child's place, those different types of things. Because I know I experienced it as a child too, where I was sheltered, for a little bit, and, made to feel like my voice didn't matter, just keep quiet, stay away, stay out of, this space, and just different things like that. So I get that when it comes to Dr. Heavenly. But to me, it sounds like Dr. Contessa is saying Dr. Heavenly is getting a high off of not just the show, because there are people that love Dr. Heavenly, and then of course there are people that can't stand her. But from her having her platform of YouTube, and if you watch the most recent episode of the reunion, not Dr. Andy. Andy Cohen asked Dr. Heavenly, like, if this is affecting your friendships and your relationships, like, why would you continue to do it? And, if friendships and relationships really matter to you, or are you just like more interested in your business and your money? And to me, I feel, not saying Dr. Heavenly doesn't care about people and have those chosen few that are close to her, but I do believe that this is a little bit of therapy for her. And I get Dr. Heavenly with that, because even with me doing this podcast and my YouTube channel, talking about even topics like this, in my professional life, being a business owner where I'm working with clients and I have employees and I'm dealing with tax authorities and my accountant, and all of the different things that I encounter and deal with on either daily or weekly or monthly, quarterly basis. I'm not discussing Married to Medicine and Real Housewives and Love and Marriage Huntsville and and people like that, because it's irrelevant to what I do in business. But for me, this is talking about these things because I enjoy it and it's entertainment for me. I get a little bit of therapy from getting the opportunity to share my thoughts and views and opinions, whether people agree with me or not. I'm not here to make anyone agree with me. It's just about me sharing my thoughts and getting the opportunity to have people express theirs on my platform. I'm grateful for that. So I understand Dr. Heavenly in that sense, but I would say that I get where Dr. Contessa is coming from, where she's saying that she feels that for Dr. Heavenly, this has given her even more of a high of feeling like the it girl, the popular girl, people like me, like what was the actress Sally Field said on, I think it was the Academy Awards, when she accepted an award many years ago, and we didn't have the internet back then, so they didn't call it going viral, but it was something that a lot of people talked about when she said, they like me, they really like me. No, you like me, you really like me. And in essence, I believe Dr. Contessa was saying that that's kind of how Dr. Heavenly is feeling right now with this. She's not considering the thoughts and feelings of people that I thought were her friends, but now it's just looking like we're just really coworkers, because you're discussing us on your platform when some things you're discussing you really shouldn't be talking about, especially if we're not privy to your personal business like that. And I get where Dr. Contessa is coming from. A lot of people I saw in the comment section, when it came to the entirety of the interview, they really felt like Dr. Contessa was not taking accountability for what she put out there and what she shared last season. And I do agree with that. I do. I don't believe that Dr. Heavenly had real ill intent when she was sharing her thoughts and opinions, because she'll tell anybody to shut up or say your mama or whatever when it comes to that. And that's one of the things that I like about Dr. Heavenly. Do I like everything about everyone on the show? Of course not. But I just wanted to talk about that, get your thoughts, views, and opinions on that. And I caught that and I said, you know what? I think I want to talk about that and see what the people think. So you let me know your thoughts about what Dr. Contessa said about Dr. Heavenly feeling like the it girl, the popular girl now, and she's just kind of getting a high off of having this YouTube channel and, kind of going in on people at times. And I am just going to end it there. So thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Until the next time, this is Beth, and I am just being beautifully honest.